Hey there, this is Christy Winfrey with Legacy Transactions, bringing you another Tuesday tip. This week, I want to talk about the changes with the MUD addendum. This rolled out last week, and it's super, super important, so make sure to watch this video. So I think it was on Thursday, we got this email saying and it's coming from HAR, saying that the MUD HAR 400 form is no longer applicable, and starting September 1st, we are going to have to get the water district information from the actual MUD district. So it's super important to make sure that you know that starting September 1st, we're no longer using the MUD forms. And you'll have to get that information if you're the listing agent, you have to get it directly from the MUD district. It says that they require the MUD districts to have it posted on their district website. However, since it's August 15th and this is like happening all really fast, I'm kind of thinking maybe some of the MUD districts may not have the information posted on their website by that time. But it says that they can charge up to $10 for the information. So what you'll want to do is search for the MUD district, and there's a couple of different ways you can find it. So whenever you pull up a tax record, it may show what the MUD district is. So if, like, let's say I pull up one that's Montgomery County MUD number 60, I can Google that. And see what pulls up here. And so here's their website, and then there's contact information here. There's also contact information here. Another great way to find this information is there is a water district viewer. So let's say I wanted to know if a specific property is in a MUD district. I could pull up, let's just say 3130. As I start typing it in, Google pulls it up. And so if I zoom out, if that property is highlighted around a red line, and this one's a little confusing because there's so many red lines around it, but you click on that red line there and it tells you what MUD district it's in. And so if you click on district information, takes a minute for this to pop up, but here is the information for the district with their phone number. So you can call and actually ask them for that MUD form, see if they have it where you don't have to pay for it, but it may be a situation where you do have to pay for it and they're going to have to provide it to you. Now, the other thing is in this email from HAR, it said that to make sure the seller does understand that they have to provide this MUD form from the district before the contract is executed. It says failure to timely obtain buyer signature prior to execution of the final purchase contract will allow the buyer to terminate the contract unless the notice is signed at or before closing. Basically, if it closed, it's presumed that the buyer waived the right to terminate. This does not mean that they have all the way up to closing to provide that form. That means that they could technically terminate all the way up to closing. They could be at the closing table and then say, well, we never received this form, and then terminate as long as they didn't sign the MUD form there at closing. So that's super important to notice. And it says that you can find this information in paragraph 6E, 3, 11, or 12 of the TREC contract. So if you look at that here, 6E, 3 talks about the statutory tax districts. It says that the property is situated in a utility district or statutory created district providing water, sewage, drainage, or flood control facilities and services. Chapter 49 Texas Water Code requires seller to deliver to buyer to sign the statutory notice relating to the tax rate, bonded indebtedness, or standby fee of the district prior to final execution of this contract. And then down here, it says required notices, whatever notices, MUD, WCID, PID, those have to be listed here in the contract. So just be really aware of that this new law that has passed, I believe it's a law, anyway, just be aware that this is changing as of September 1st. So it's really important to make sure that you're no longer using the MUD form after that date. And then again, just make sure that you get the MUD form signed prior to execution. Otherwise, that buyer could terminate all the way to closing. Hope you found this super helpful and hope you have a great week.